So yeah, I'm in a random parking lot with my Prius with a bunch of new Nissans and a massive stadium. Before you guys start questioning things, I gotta talk about this thing, my 2012 Toyota Prius. To a normal person, this may look like a normal car, but no, it isn't. It's special. The reason this car is special is not because it's a Prius, it's actually what's been done to this Prius. And yeah, under the hood is a massive 707 horsepower V8 pushing 707. I'm joking. It's a completely stock car with a lot of frontal damage. Does that stop me from driving this thing every day? No. And you know why I'm recording this video? It's because this thing is not low miles. So my 2012 Toyota Prius V has almost 800,000 kilometers on it. And if you guys don't believe me, I'll show you inside. Look, 800,000 kilometers. And there's a bunch of warning lights on the dash. I'll explain later. Still kind of confused why there's so many brand new Nissans here. The Nissan dealers over there. Out of all these unreliable CVTs, except that Frontier over there, I'll still rather keep my Prius and drive this thing to 1,000,000 kilometers. So you guys may be wondering what's wrong with this car. Actually, not too much. About 2 winters ago, I absolutely slammed the front end of this car into a pile of snow. So like it's damaged on the front end now, but that really doesn't stop me from doing anything. Other than that, the body is absolutely mint. There's no rust on this thing at all. There's no other body panel damage anywhere else. And it's just the front end. You guys may be wondering, why is my car so dirty? Well, I'm not washing this car all winter long. If it hasn't rusted in like 10, 12 years, I don't even know how many years it's been, it's not gonna rust anymore. I don't know. It's just plastic. Like, this is all cheap stuff. Like, it's all cheap stuff. The Prius has had 2 engine replacements and 1 battery replacement. It's about time to get its second battery replacement because one of those lights on the dash means that it has a dead battery, so it's not a hybrid anymore. So this thing stays on all the time. Like right now, it stopped. It would have gone into EV mode because that's what hybrids do. They go into EV mode, but no, it keeps running, and that's the only really thing. So like, I'm just gonna keep driving it. Yeah, this thing is actually not a normal Prius. This thing is a Prius V, so it's bigger. It's like a wagon. It's like a minivan, if you kind of get it, but it still only has 5 seats, but a lot of space in the trunk. I could store like 12 kids back here. I'm joking. I'm never gonna store kids back here. These are not the original rims of the car. The original rims are on summers, and these are my winter tires right now because it was supposed to be a very wintry winter, but it's not much of a wintry winter this year. It's like I could be playing football inside of the stadium right now. It's so nice. Yeah, my blinker thing broke when I broke the bumper, so I just taped it up so the bulb doesn't keep breaking. I broke like 3 bulbs before I taped it up, and now it's taped up, and it's been like that for like a year now. So everything inside the car is stock except for this aftermarket screen that I put on here. It has like Apple CarPlay and stuff, but everything else is stock. The engine lights for the O2 sensor, this thing is like, it thinks that cats are not good, but that light right there means dead hybrid battery. And yeah, let me prove to you guys that this thing drives really well. Like, there's not major issues with this car. Like, it still goes, it still stops. Oh, this ice is kind of slippery, but that doesn't really matter. This thing is like super reliable. Like, this is why people buy Toyotas. Like, do you see, like, you know, Ford made the Crown Victorias as taxis. This thing was a taxi. That's why it's got so many kilometers. And this thing was driven day and night, and I'm still driving it day and night. So it really doesn't matter to this car. Like, people hate on Priuses because they're slow, but like, they're not meant to be fast. They're meant to be reliable and good on gas. And this thing is really good on gas. When the hybrid battery was good, it was giving me around 20 liters or like, I don't know, like 50 miles per gallon. And like now it still gives me around like 40 miles per gallon, even with a dead battery. The one thing that I actually don't like about this car is that it's not all-wheel drive. I'm parked on this little patch of ice right here, and I'm gonna get inside, floor this car. It's not gonna wanna move because it's front-wheel drive. And it snows a lot here in Calgary, so having an all-wheel drive car would have been really convenient. And they did make Priuses all-wheel drive. They started making them in like 2018, but this is 2012. Let me prove to you what I mean, because like when I get in and then I just floor this car, see, it does nothing. And now I'm on the grass, so now it's fine. But the Prius is not gonna look like this for too long now. In 2024, we'll be getting a whole new front bumper, new headlights, because I don't like these ones. I'm gonna get like LEDs and stuff. And then like new wheels. We're gonna lower this car. We're gonna get this car repainted. We're gonna like get new tail lights. This thing's gonna look sick. So the plan is to make this the most fanciest, most highest mileage Toyota Prius in Canada. That's the goal. I'm gonna replace the battery. Like eventually one day I'm gonna replace the engine with something more powerful. I'm thinking like a B58. It would be so much fun to have a B58 in this thing. Imagine, bro, I pull up next to like a WRX or something and this thing just absolutely walks it. Like, I want to make this thing like have 700 horsepower and 1,000,000 kilometers. How insane would that be? Make sure you guys subscribe and follow along for the journey, because the year is just getting started and I'm just getting started with this thing. This thing's gonna have the worst possible ending of its life when it hits 1,000,000 kilometers. I'm joking. It's good. I do food delivery, so I'm gonna be driving a lot because I'm picking up an order right now.